fish on. Oh, 2 fish on. Going for the big one. Whoa. Now this is a nice fish here. Well, good morning. It's a beautiful morning here. We're getting out real early to try and get on some early fish this morning. We're going to be using spinner rigs today, crawler harnesses, trolling over some shallow weed flats. Just a good way to get multiple species bite and catch scattered fish over these weed flats. So we're going to be using some Venom Outdoors rigs this morning. They've got some awesome glow to them, and in the morning this early it'll help to see for the fish to see that glow. And we're just gonna see what we can come up with. We might catch walleyes, that's our main target, but we may catch catfish, we may catch some pike, some crappies, kind of a mixed bag. So it's a great way to get a bunch of fish for a fish fry, and that's kind of what we're shooting for today. So let's get to it. Alright, got our first fish on. Feels pretty nice. Not sure what it is yet. I think this one's on a 2-hook crawler. No, this is on a leech. This is on a single hook and a leech. It's a decent fish, whatever it is. Well, like I said, you never know what you're going to catch doing this. Nice little catfish here. Little channel cat. Catfish absolutely love leeches, believe it or not. It's one of their favorites. Probably my favorite catfish bait. So I think we'll put him in the box and keep trolling here. Alright, we got another fish on here. I think we got another species. Nice little eater crappie that time. Got 2 species on the board now. None of the target species yet, but that's a nice little crappie. He'll go in the box. We're starting to stack them up here. Now this is a nice fish here. This is a really big fish. I think we're gonna have to stop for this one. Way too big of a fish. This is the trouble when you're fishing by yourself. Hopefully we don't get tangled in the other lines. Oh, I think it might be a big walleye. Oh yeah, really nice walleye. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a tank. That's awesome. This fish is beautiful. That right there is what we're looking for. That's probably a 24, 25 inch walleye. Absolutely beautiful fish. You would have a hard time getting that fish any other way. This flat's so huge. Just finding those fish out here, you have to cover water, and that's what we just did. So I think we're gonna release this fish and keep trolling. I was so excited about that walleye, I forgot I still had a fish on my other rod. Amazingly, it's still on there. Yeah, it's a little eater crappie, nothing huge, but surprised it was still on the line. Chaos of the good kind. Alright, so we put a few fish in the boat, and I just kind of wanted to go over. My hat's crooked again. Hat's always crooked. I just wanted to go over a few things that kind of how we're set up here. I'm fishing by myself today, so it's a little bit tricky sometimes when you're by yourself, but what we're using today is these wildfire spinner rigs from Venom Outdoors. They've got slow death, they've got double hook rigs, single hook rigs, and that's what I've been trolling today. The best one so far has been the single hook rig with the leech, and oh, I got a fish. Another eater crappie. A lot of people underestimate spinner rigs for crappies, but they actually are quite effective. They'll just come up and snap at them and get hooked on those little hooks, and away you go. You got another fish. Little multi-species action today. So anyway, as I was saying, we're using these spinner rigs. We're using single hooks mainly with leeches, and that's been hot today so far. I'm just trolling about 70 feet back, and you know, 1/4 ounce of weight. I like to use a short leader on these rigs, maybe like 2 feet when I'm fishing shallow weeds like this, and just trolling at around 1.5 to 1.75 miles per hour. Fairly fast, but you want to keep that bait moving above the weeds and get those reaction strikes. So I just had another hit, but I think I missed them. I better get back to fishing. Fish on here. Another fish on that same rig with the leech and the single hook. I'm gonna have to switch over my other 2 rods. Once you figure out which rig's working, you want to make sure all of your rods are optimized. So definitely gonna switch the other ones over. Another nice walleye. Awesome, absolutely awesome. This fish is going to be an eater here. Talking 19 inches probably. Absolutely perfect eater. That is dinner right there. Doesn't get much better than that. That Venom spinner with the single hook and the leech has just been on fire this morning, so I'm going to switch my other rods over and make sure they're all optimized and set up for being the most effective for the conditions. This is what they want, so put him in the box and get some more rigs out. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm tying on another single hook rig. This one's a slow death. I think I'll put a little piece of crawler on the slow death and then a leech off the back. I'm going to put a 1/4 ounce weight on just above that. I'm going to shorten up my leader to about 2.5 feet in the weeds here. They come about 4 feet long, but that's too long for weed fishing. And that's pretty much it. We're going to throw this out and get back to it. Fish on. Feels nice. This could be another eater walleye here. And that's exactly what it is. another eater walleye on that same rig, that single hook and the leech. Those Venom Outdoors beads are sweet, little soft beads, and they glow in the dark. It's an awesome little system, and the blades have a nice perch pattern on them. This is a Fire Tiger here. It's pretty killer. So that one's going in the box. We're gonna eat him for dinner, match the other one, and we'll have a good fish fry tonight. So when I'm trolling like this, I like to use no boards. You don't want to use boards because you're clearing your rods too often. It'd be just a hassle to have boards out there and trying to keep that all under control. So I just put one 9-foot rod out each side, and what I did today was I found a hole in the weeds where there's about 7 foot flat, but it's kind of a hole, and I've just been trolling back and forth in that hole, and the fish have been kind of in that little bit deeper water, out away from right in the weeds, but just on the edge of them. So it's been super effective this morning. We caught some nice fish, and yeah, I think I'm gonna probably go jig a couple spots now, and but that's pretty much it for the trolling gig. It's pretty simple. A couple rods, a couple spinner harnesses, check them for weeds, and you don't have to be right on the bottom. You can be 3, 4, 5 feet off the bottom, and those fish will still come up and hit the bait. So good luck fishing and get hooked up.